Hello everyone, welcome to the next video on the Czech Ants channel. In the previous episode, I filled up my first Formicarium, the Wild truck with ants. But what about the first Formicarium? Well, I have a good news for you, because today I will add into this Formicarium stunning ant species, and we will go through 2 weeks of their adapting into their new home. And I promise you, this journey will be full of happy, sad and terrifying moments in the life of this special ant colony. If you don't know yet what ant species this is, you should check out my Instagram, Czech Ants. I'm posting there many updates on my ant colonies. So I will give you a few leads to identify this ant species. It's a small, darker grayish colored ant living in the forests all over the Europe. They are sparing formic acid, are polygynous, and are hosts for parasitic queens of Formica rufa. So, you have a few moments to guess the species of ants that will be inhabiting these virgin soils of the Maran Kingdom. The moment of truth. This is my new Formica fusca colony. I'm really proud of this colony. There are 3 queens in there, and I have brood boosted them a lot. But I probably shouldn't do that, because I found small orange dots on some ants. Mites, the biggest enemy of every ant colony. I was terrified when I saw what I've done. There weren't a lot of mites, but this small amount of mites can destroy my ant colony as well easily as thousands of mites crawling all over my ant setup. I needed to act fastest as I could. I took the test tube and moved her right in the middle of Maran Kingdom. But I knew moving them to bigger setup will not stop mites from killing my ants, especially not parasitic mites. Fortunately, this species has an interesting behavior. They are spraying formic acid over their bodies. Don't take me wrong. This is not any suicidal mission. They are just cleaning themselves, and apparently it's very effective. This species is much healthier than those without formic acid. So I thought about this for a while. Could they possibly kill the mites by their own resources? Maybe, but I still wanted to help them somehow. So I sliced the lemon and put it on their trail. I also prepared this lemon water to spray it all over the setup. I think mites will not like this. And finally, I combined honey with lemon. I think this will increase their production of formic acid. At least it makes sense to me that ants will transfer one acid in their own acid somehow. So I think this could help them a lot from their parasitic slave masters. Now I just need to wait until they move from their test tube. By the way, this is not a time lapse. In a few moments, they took all the brood under the driftwood, but they moved under the stone recently. I'd let the ants take some days off to recover. I've checked ants a few days later, and I spotted 2 mites. I've thrown them out immediately. I checked some ants too, despite the fact that they are not much active right now. Ants I checked weren't infected with mite plague. But one night, I found something awful. That queen. She was carried out of the nest. There are 2 options that could happen to this poor queen. Maybe she was killed by mites. That would be really bad, because it would mean they are probably also on the 2 other surviving queens. The second option is that the queen saw her like weak or non-productive, so they killed her. Second option seems more likely. After 14 days, everything seems pretty okay. Non-dead end bodies in there or other mites. I think they are cured, but we have to be alert if the mites won't come back. These were hard times for me as well as for the Sand colony. I think we should name them the Ansari. These hands had a slave master that literally drank their blood, and they defeated them. Really tough times, but they lasted everything bad that happened to them. And I hope this colony will be prospering under my care, so soon I will be able to record an update on this colony. When talking about an update, next video will be finally about my Lassis Flavus colony. Stay tuned for that. Hope you liked the video. If you did, share, like, subscribe and hit the bell icon. And see you in another adventure.